A St. Lucie man shot and killed near his home. Additional tax rebates could be coming for charitable donations. And in sports, a Surinamese national does the double at the Darcy Beckles Classic.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
A very good evening to you. I'm Sophia Alsop, Cambridge, with this edition of the CBC Evening News, the final day of September 2018. In our top story tonight, a St. Lucie man is Barbados' latest victim of gun violence. He was shot and killed early this morning, just a short distance from his home. Sharika Griffith has more.
Dexter Rohan Lashley may have survived an attempt on his life when he was shot back in December 2015. But today, he was not so lucky. The 40-year-old Stroud Bay, Crab Hill, St. Lucie resident was gunned down just a short distance away from this blue house where he lived. Acting Police PRO Sergeant Michael Blackman says officers responded to a call about 7 this morning. When they arrived on the scene, they discovered Lashley's lifeless body lying in an area off the road.
Police responded to reports of a shooting at Crab Hill number 2, and on responding, the lifeless body of Dexter Lashley was discovered about 25 meters away from his residence. Investigations are continuing into this matter.
Residents declined to speak to CBC on camera, but they described Lashley as a nice guy who had his ways. According to Sergeant Blackman, Lashley had been sought by police earlier this month in connection with a violent disorder in Speightstown.
Dexter Lashley was recently a subject of the police wanted list. He turned himself in to the detectives in the north, where he was subsequently charged and was on bail at the time of his unnatural death.
Lawmen are appealing to anyone who may have information about the shooting to contact police on their emergency number 211 or the Crab Hill Police Station at 310-7700 or 7701. Sharika Griffith, CBC News.
Thank you, Sharika. And the police are reporting more shooting in St. Lucie, this time in the area of the North Stars Crab Hill St. Lucie area at about 4:45 this afternoon. A man and a woman are injured and have been taken to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. Police could not comment on the extent of the injuries when contacted by CBC, nor on the current condition of the two individuals. Well, in other news, government may be open to revisiting the present tax legislation, which limits the number of tax rebates that a person can claim for charitable donations per year to 1. Word of this has come from Minister of Home Affairs Edmund Hinkson. The minister was speaking during the Lions Club of Bridgetown's 58th anniversary and awards dinner at the Sandals Resort last evening. He says before an amendment under the past administration, a person could claim for up to 35% on all charitable donations. However, since the policy has changed, service agencies like the Salvation Army have been adversely affected.
We certainly, as a government, would perhaps re-examine this policy by reverting it to allow you to give, in addition to your church, Salvation Army, whatever, you give Lionism as well, and you encourage others to give contributions to Lionism and to be able to get back tax rebates on it. And I'm sure that we will have the opportunity to re-examine this limited policy once our financial situation improves.
And Minister Hinkson also revealed that as part of government's decision to resume subsidizing tuition fees for university students, students will be required to conduct a minimum number of community service hours every year. But he says government is still making a decision as to whether the bar would be set at 150 or 250 service hours. As such, the start date for the initiative has been pushed back until January 2019, when the second semester commences. Kudos tonight for members of the Barbados Fire Service for their efforts in rescuing several individuals from floodwaters during the passage of Tropical Storm Kirk. It's come from Home Affairs Minister Edmund Hinkson during a church service this morning at the St. Bartholomew's Anglican Church. The service marked the 63rd anniversary of the Barbados Fire Service and the commencement of the department's week of activities.
The institution has certainly grown significantly over the years, and kudos should be given to the past and present leaders and members of the department, as the developments have clearly shown that the fire service has been and continues to be in good hands. I know that, like the fire service, the church is seen as a safe haven in the community, a place of protection, a place where you can seek help. And with God's help, both the church and the fire service will continue to carry out their respective mandates to preserve and protect.
Mr. Hinkson also highlighted the work of the fire service in the region.
Their service doesn't stay within the 166 square miles of our country. However, as they have also taken their skills and expertise from beyond our shores. After the passage of Hurricane Maria last year, our brave officers ventured to Tortola and Dominica, not just to effect rescues and lend a helping hand to their fellow fire officers, but assisted in the repairs of fire stations in Dominica, thus making them functional again to receive aid to be distributed to those in need.
The Central Bank of Barbados is extending its information sessions for all holders of existing government treasury bills, treasury notes and debentures, and any other outstanding government debt. The sessions, targeting holders of such instruments, will be hosted at the Courtney Blackman Grand Salle Tom Adams Financial Centre from tomorrow, Monday, the 1st of October, through Thursday, the 4th of October, from 9 until 4 in the afternoon, and then on Friday, October 5th, from 9 until 5. The sessions will help creditors understand the terms and conditions of the debt exchange offer and the government's debt restructuring program, as the bank's representatives will be on hand to answer queries and to explain the offer. Attendees at the forum are to take their ID and the certificates for the existing instruments along with their offer letters. The deadline for the debt exchange offer is this Friday, the 5th of October 2018. A reminder from the Ministry of Education that all schools will be open tomorrow, Monday. This includes the St. Leonard's Boys' School, which was closed last week due to an environmental problem. A decision by Barbados to open an embassy in the People's Republic of China has been lauded, with the former ambassador Chelston Brathwaite suggesting the island's relationship with that Asian powerhouse can assist in the transformation of the local economy. Dr. Brathwaite, who served as the second resident ambassador to China from 2014 to 2017, wants the two countries to foster student exchanges and for Barbados to provide scholarships to Chinese nationals in an area of relevance to Beijing at the University of the West Indies. He sees potential for greater cooperation, as in his view there's been limited cooperation in investment and trade between the Barbadian and Chinese private sectors. The former ambassador's comments came as he delivered a public lecture entitled China, a Window of Opportunity for Barbados and the Caribbean at the UWI Cave Hill.
This continues to be the situation in spite of numerous pronouncements, trade missions, visits, agreements, proposals, which have been signed and presented, suggesting and outlining the need for greater private sector participation in the relationship. Recently, the government of China launched its Go Global policy, where the Chinese private sector is being encouraged to seek new markets through joint ventures, investment, and partnerships in international markets. Keen interest is being shown in the Caribbean countries by Chinese entrepreneurs, as can be seen in the report of the China Trade and Economic Forum recently held in Trinidad and Tobago.